time for us here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and we're excited to get this underway and launch with the unveiling of our logo today. So we have many, as Mark said, many exciting things planned for the next 9 months leading up to race day, May 29th, 2011. So, and we want everyone here to join us in this celebration as well over the next 9 months, and we're looking to engage the community and the state as well. So we have a lot of things planned. I'm pleased to be joined today by three-time Indianapolis 500-mile race champion and one of my heroes, Johnny Rutherford. I think he's going to help today with the activity.
Thank you. Contrary to what Bobby Unser might say, I did not run in all of the races here at the Indianapolis 500, but he did. It's great to see everybody out to watch the unveiling of the logo for. That's amazing. 100 years the Indianapolis Motor Speedway has been here, and it's you know, you don't buy tradition, you build it, and it certainly has built a long line of tradition and famous races and drivers, and I'm proud to have been a part of just a little bit of it. But it's been a good time for me, and auto racing has been very, very good to me. So I've had a great time. Do we want to do any question and answer? Do anybody have any questions about anything they've seen in the museum here, or about the Bobby Unser and how long he's raced? I gotta get my legs in first, because he's going to come at me with a hammer and tongs. Anybody have a question? No? One, yes.
When's the last time you did an oil special out for a spin, and what was your speed the year you won the race?
Don't say spin. I drove this last, was it June? Or I think in June, or maybe prior to, was it June? May. In May. Well, I drove in May, I guess, to open the ticket sales for the race, 2010 race, and I've driven it several times. In fact, Jim Hall, who had the car built and was the owner of Chaparral Racing, that we had 3 cars initially, and we destroyed one at Riverside, California, or just damaged it badly enough. Jim didn't want to repair the tub. So there are 2 left, and Jim has one that runs in Midland in the museum there, and this is the winning car that was in the museum here, and they both run. So that's quite a feat for cars. That was 30 years ago. What was my qualifying speed? I think 192 miles an hour. But at that period, they were trying to slow the cars down with engine control, turbocharger control, and so it was a situation where they were, you know, the speeds were fluctuating a little bit. Different tracks went faster and so on. But the Speedway is still always the fastest. I was the first driver to unofficially run 200 at the Speedway here in practice, and we weren't able to duplicate that during official qualifying. Anyway, do it. Yes, Neva, the gas man, beat me to it. What do we got? Oh, here he is.
History, and thank God for the Ford Museum. I was going to say Motorsports Hall of Fame. It isn't. It's Ethel Ford helping us a lot. Everybody just helping an awful lot on it. And I look at this car when I was running back there. I drove an old Maserati from 1940, wasn't it? 1939 to 1940, from the Indianapolis Speedway Museum. So it was right next door to me, and I enjoyed seeing that. And then it reminded me that in 1965 I was driving a front engine car called the Novak. I have a cat that's named Siamese cat called Novak. And so it brought back a lot of good memories. It was a changing of times. It was really a big change. Dan Gurney, because of the Formula One stuff that he used to do, because of his international racing, went around the world, talked up their technology, talked them into bringing it to the Indianapolis track, and it was a good thing, and it was an exciting thing. But a lot of us, like Foy and Parnelli and myself, I was kind of new in those days, getting started, but nonetheless, it was all front engine stuff. The Novi, although it was a four-wheel drive car, all-wheel drive. So that was quite different. But the change was this car right here. Colin Chapman brought it back, all cost, by Dan Gurney. I'll bet for a long time everybody really not stand for causing all racing to change world over, because that's exactly what happened. But it turned out to be just a super time. The roadsters left, the wide tires came in, the rear engine, and this is the car, which we're going to see in just a little bit. Indianapolis, you guys on the phone back there?
You bet.
Hello,
Speak up.
this is Bobby Hunter. Anybody listening?
Yes, can you hear me, Bobby? This is Johnny Rutherford.
Yes, I can. Hello, Johnny.
How you doing?
Johnny Rutherford talking. Hello. Yes, I'm doing fine. I've got the volume all the way up. Talk loud. There, I can hear you better. How you guys doing back there?
Oh, we're just having a picnic. Can you hear me?
Having a picnic.
Yeah.
Yes, I can hear you. You sound just like you always have.
Yes. No, we're here to celebrate the unveiling of the logo for the 100th year celebration of the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. So we've got it online ready to show the world. And I'm standing right here beside one of my dear old friends, the Pennzoil Chaparral of Jim Hall.
Well, that's good. We're out here. I've got Dan Gurney. I'm looking out in front. I'm looking at Ethel Ford sitting over here. It isn't raining on us, but it's been raining out here. So we've got the nicest group out here you can believe. So you guys are doing the centennial thing back there, getting that cranked up too, aren't you, Johnny?
That's right, Bobby. Tell Dan and everybody out there hello for us. We're sorry they're not here to celebrate with us, but you guys are having a good time, it looks like, when you stay dry.
We're having a really good time. They got a little racetrack out here. Got Alex Gurney sitting over here. He wants to know what he's going to be able to drive. I think his dad's going to stick him in something to drive out at the track probably tomorrow. Tomorrow, Alex? Yep. So we're all having a good time, but it's been raining this morning, but it's going to clear. I can see a little bit of blue sky out here right now, so we're going to have a good time out here. Main thing is going to be the unveiling of this beautiful car, and you guys cranking off your centennial, I guess, all about the same time.
That's right. We're planning to unveil the logo, and you can unveil the car. And I was going to ask, do you remember, or can you remember back as far as it was when we were rookies?
Can I remember back when we were rookies? Well, I guess I can, because Johnny Rutherford and Bobby Hunter, I guess we were at the same time, and that would have been 1963. So you wasn't, I know one thing, you weren't born rich in those days, so you were brand new.
None of us were, I don't think, Bobby.
Yes, we're going to do the unveiling right now, Johnny.
I'd like to ask Ethel Ford to come up, and Dan Gurney, please. And our curator, Bob Casey.
Right now, Johnny, everybody back there, we're going to unveil a beautiful Lotus Ford.
Okay. So once you get down there, and then Dan, we're going to put you right here. And then Bob, if you could be back there. One, two, three. Restoration. And what's fabulous about this is that it's exactly what happened in '65. Colin Chapman coming again with an American company and putting this together. So the son of Colin Chapman and the son of Henry Ford II, Edward B. Ford, coming together to restore this jewel and give it back to America. And the celebration of the Indy Centennial. That is a beautiful logo.